VMware Cloud Foundation 9.0 delivers a comprehensive modern private cloud stack, allowing enterprises to run the mission-critical workloads. Among the many enhancements in this release, one key area stand out is improved developer experience. We have introduced a significant updates to our core APIs, which result in more powerful and user-friendly automation tooling such as PowerCLI, SDK, Terraform, and many more. These improvements ensure a simple, extensible, and consistent developer experience across the VCF cloud. Hi, my name is Jatin Purohit, Product Marketing Engineer at Broadcom's VCF division. In this video, I will walk you through with the new features and enhancement introduced with VCF PowerCLI. If you are just starting your PowerCLI journey, I highly recommend checking out my other video, Getting Started with PowerCLI, which covers the foundational concept of PowerShell and PowerCLI. You can find the link in the description below. VCF PowerCLI 9.0 rebrands the old VMware PowerCLI to VCF PowerCLI. This allows us to align PowerCLI releases with the VCF release cycle. However, this release is more than just a rebranding exercise. It introduces performance enhancement, extends PowerCLI coverage to new modules such as SDDC Manager and Virtual Private Cloud, and also improves the user experience when working with PowerCLI SDK. Let us take a closer look at some of these enhancements in detail. To begin with the enhancements, let us visit the new Developer Center, which serves as the central hub for all APIs, PowerCLI, and SDK related documentation. To access the PowerCLI homepage, click on VCF PowerCLI. On left pane, you will see the installation guide. Clicking on it will provide the detailed installation steps for both online and offline installation. You can also find installation instructions based on your operating system. PowerCLI is available on the PowerShell gallery, allowing you to perform an online installation. Alternatively, you can download the offline zip file if you wish to install it in an air-gapped environment. On the right hand side, you will find two important links, the release notes and PowerCLI changelog. Let us visit some of these resources one by one. First, click on release notes. I want to highlight a few important points here. Since the name has changed to VCF PowerCLI, I recommend performing a clean installation of PowerCLI module. For example, you may encounter an error if you try to install VCF PowerCLI on top of VMware PowerCLI. This happens because some of the cmdlets from PowerCLI SDK have been moved to a new module. You might also encounter with a certificate error. In this case, this happens because PowerCLI is now signed with a Broadcom certificate and not a VMware one. There are workarounds available, but it is worth doing a clean installation to avoid these issues. Next, let's return to the PowerCLI changelog. As you can see, it lists all the newly introduced cmdlets, updates to an existing cmdlets, and also highlights cmdlets that have been deprecated or deleted in this particular release. The changelog is a one-stop reference to quickly review all the changes introduced in the PowerCLI release. To install VCF PowerCLI, first check your PowerShell version by running $ps version table. Make sure you have PowerShell 7.4 or later. Next, check if PowerCLI is already installed by running get module name vmware.powercli list available. If an old version is installed, delete the module files by opening the module path in File Explorer. Install new VCF PowerCLI module by running install module name vcf.powercli and allowing the installation to complete. Once the installation is complete, verify it by running get module name vcf.powercli list available to ensure the new version is installed correctly. That's it. We have successfully installed VCF PowerCLI. A virtual private cloud allows you to create isolated networks for your application workloads. With VCF 9.0, this capability is available not only through the vSphere UI but also via PowerCLI, making it easier to automate network configurations. In this demo, we are using PowerCLI to automate the creation of a VPC and its associated subnets. Once the VPC and its subnets are created, we will assign the respective subnets to their corresponding virtual machine. Let us go through the script one by one. First, we define the required subnets for our application, such as web, app, and DB. These subnets will be created in our new VPC. Next, we will create a new VPC named Holodeck VPC with a private IP range of 192.168.0.0/24. The new VPC cmdlet allows us to create the VPC, and once it is created, we retrieve the VPC details using the command getVPC. Once VPC is ready, we use a loop to iterate and create the corresponding subnets. The loop goes through the subnet required list, which contains web, app, and database. For each subnet, we use the command new VPC subnet cmdlet to create the new VPC subnets. GetVPC subnet will list the newly created VPC subnets. The final step is to assign the subnets to corresponding virtual machine. App subnet for Holodeck App VM, Web subnet for Holodeck Web, and similarly DB subnet for Holodeck Database Virtual Machine. A key highlight in this example is the new subnet parameter, which was recently introduced with VCF PowerCLI 9.0. This parameter allows you to directly assign a VPC subnet to its corresponding virtual machine network. At the end of a script, we output the message confirming that each virtual machine has been assigned with the correct subnet, and all the VMs are now connected to their respective subnets within the VPC. Let us execute the script and see it in action. As you can see, all the VMs are assigned to their corresponding VPC subnets. Let us also verify the same in vSphere UI. These scripts demonstrate how PowerCLI can simplify automation across different components in a VMware environment. The use of PowerCLI's verb-noun syntax and programming language constructs like loops allowed us to write this workflow quickly and efficiently. This was just one of the examples of PowerCLI 9.0. Apart from this, a new module is introduced to manage the VMware SDDC. Please check out the details here in my new blog post. Before I conclude this demo, PowerCLI also introduces a significant enhancement to our PowerCLI SDK, thus simplifying the invocation of our VCF APIs. I will come up with a detailed video on how to use PowerCLI SDK and what's new with PowerCLI SDK. Until then, you can visit the blog post to know more about PowerCLI SDK. Thank you.